All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Lucia Gabriela. All right. This is so cool. I'm just going to introduce the show, and then I'm going to introduce you, and we'll go ahead and we'll just get started. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, everyone. So welcome to Taboo Talk Time. My name is Dr. Eva Brown, and I will be hosting the show today. We have Lucia Gabriela, which is a beautiful, beautiful name. She is the founder of Nuna Holistic Retreat Center for Emotional and Sexual Healing. Yay! I love having you on today. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Yes, I'm really happy to have you. She is a 2017 creator of the Conscious Relationships Uncoupling and Parenting Summit, which I've heard a lot about. 2014 co-author of the In Pursuit of the Divine. 2013 #3 best life coach in Long Island, New York, which is amazing. Hello, we got a rock star here, guys. 2012 creator of the Liberating Inner Beauty Revelation, and she is just amazing, guys. I've seen her on Facebook. I've followed her, and I only bring the best of the best to you guys. So once again, welcome to the show, dear. And let's get started on our topic, which is exploring 3 principles of the art of conscious relating. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
From my experience, what I find is that to have a conscious relationship, the first principle I would like to share with everyone is that the aspect of purging and shedding what is not serving you, what is not yours, your old stories, your old belief systems, all the conditioning that we have, that society has put upon us, all the baggage pretty much that we carry around that could be ours or it could not be ours. Pretty much did, really purging at a deeper level. So when I talk about the 3 principles of conscious relating, of creating conscious relationship or reigniting the intimacy in that relationship, it's pretty much of a chemical process. As all of the viewers, that they understand what a chemical process is, it's a process that really invite you to purge as much as you can to really rediscover, remember who you truly are at your core. Not what people tell you who you are, but actually who you are at your core.
Yes.
So to find out more of who we are, we must start getting rid of all the things that are not serving us. And what I love about the work that we do is that it's not just a psychological process of the limiting belief or working with the belief system, but also it's a somatic process, like working with the body, working with the body that it has so much memory and your DNA from your life and also from your parents and your ancestors. And even science is showing us that we carry baggage from our ancestors in our DNA level. So when we do somatic work, we invite people like the body to release the emotional trauma, the emotional, things that holding us back, even those limiting beliefs that come from like decades and centuries and millenniums, right? So that's one of my favorite processes I like to dive deep into, which is literally the purging process. Like I call it the clearing your canvas for love. So it's like clearing your canvas for creation, clearing your canvas for mastery.
I love that.
Favorite one.
Yes, I know, right? That's amazing. So what I'm hearing you say is that multi-generationally, we have ingrained trauma, guilt, whatever it is that our story recommends, and then that goes into like a multi-generational transmission process that gets stored in our bodies on a cellular level. And what you're saying is that you do a lot of somatic work with individuals, not just the mindset shift work, but also the body work that goes along with it, which I find so fascinating. My license actually restricts me from, working with my clients or touching them in any different way. And of course, I would never touch them in a sexual way. Let's just be clear. But, when you're working in that capacity, it's almost that you have to have like another license to go along with it. So for example, one of my colleagues, Dr. Valerie, she's a therapist, but she's also a licensed massage therapist. She uses a little bit of somatic work in her practice. But I find that people that don't have their license in, somatic work or body work, or even people that are doing it, people that are licensed are not getting that body work in with the client. And I just think it's so important to get that body work done, because if you're addressing it at a mind level, but the body's still, submerged in that storyline, even if the mind shift has been done, it really doesn't help as much as it could.
Yeah, so like in 1936, Wilhelm Reich, who is actually the father of somatic therapy work, and everybody who does somatic therapy work must know him. And for our viewers, he's pretty much explained clearly that therapy talk helps a lot,
Right.
but it's not enough.
Right.
Because our body, to me, our body is a portal of this fusion, this connection within our inner cosmos and outer cosmos, microcosmos. So our body is a portal of creation, a portal of expansion, a portal of contraction. If a body is like really tight, like when we work with clients, especially when we work with men, the chest is so tight. They think that it's like they're working out, they're getting strong, they're getting this muscle, but the body is so tight. It's like the heart is not opening, like the energy of the body is not opening.
Yes.
And sometimes we see that when we work with women who have been sexually abused or they have emotional trauma, the hip compress. And that's why a lot of women, we have issues with menstruation, we have issues with ovaries, we have issues with just a feminine body, like organs. And it's because our hip get like turned in, like everything. And when the body is literally, as a massage therapist myself and working on this, like when you work with the body, when you see that the body is so tight, we know in prana energy, chi energy, ki energy, all type of Eastern medicine, we talk about the meridians and the energy. So if your body's tight, nothing is going to flow, no energy. And that's where all the sexual energy gets suppressed too. So really, I encourage everyone to really get a great somatic work done. I mean, massage is a great start, opening the body. But unfortunately, so many, I always invite everyone to get great belly massages. And a lot of people, unfortunately, even therapists, don't work with the belly or the core of the body, because, what happened is that area had so many delicate organs, but also it have two nerves that they're sexual nerves. And these two sexual nerves, what happened is that they're located right in the area of I have my chart, I can show it to you.
Yeah.
It's like, I love to share this because people don't understand that it's so important to be educated when it comes to the anatomy of your body.
Yeah.
And if you can see right here, as a massage therapist, we can work on a whole area of the belly, right, of the core. But there are two major nerves that you can tell here, that you'll be able to read it right here. There's two major nerves, that's sexual nerve. They're located right on the pelvic area right here. And we can work that area. And unfortunately, it's like you look at it, and I tell you this.
Where is it, dear? Point to me now, because I can't see it.
Is this one, well, we call the genital branch of genital.
Oh, it's all the way down by the bladder.
It's right by the bladder. So it's right here. It's literally right here. When you touch your belly right here and you touch it right here, it's right that pubic bone right here.
Yeah.
That is the area. And it goes across the whole bone. So legally, we can touch it there because we're not touching any genital. It's literally like a couple, inches away from it. Exactly. But it is where the nerves are. And then when you look at these two nerves right here,
right,
the nerve that they come from these nerves right here, the sexual nerves, and then go right into the genital. And
wow.
And unfortunately, what happened as massage therapists or somatic workers, when it comes to the legalities of it that you were mentioning it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they don't want to work the belly because it's a very erotic place, right? Like very arousal. It's like moving the energy. but it's the area that needs the most work, because we can work the belly. We're helping our clients to really move the energy, to open up their body, to open up the core, because at a great massage therapist, if you have a back problem, you don't start working on the back. You work on the belly. That's the greatest therapist that you have. They will work your belly. They will work it so much because it will open you up. And when your belly opens up, your whole body opens up. And a belly flow of energy. So it's so important. I invite people to look for a therapist that are really conscious about this, and they're not shy, and they're not they're not afraid of the client getting arousal, especially for male, because now we're shaming male arousal. When women, they get aroused all the time and they don't even know, Yeah. So it's like we shame our men so much because they're aroused. So
that's not good.
Yeah, so we just open up that area of the body in the somatic work. We help them to really flow the energy, which is really fascinating. And as a couples, when we teach this to couples, the couples can help each other to even enhance the vitality in life, and also the connection as the individuals, and as couples, and in intimacy also. Because a lot of the time we have men that they have issues with erectile dysfunction and all kind of issues. But when we know the anatomy of a body, when we know the anatomy, and we can work with those areas of the nerve, and also with the draining of the lymphatic system, we're helping our men to really open up more and connect with their partners at a deeper level.
Yeah. So many women now are in that masculine energy too, so I'm finding that a lot of women in my practice are experiencing tightness in their chest, tightness in their stomach, tightness in their shoulders. Sometimes they walk in like this, Lucia, and it's so important, to get massage work, especially if you can get that somatic work done. I mean, that'd be ideal. Do you recommend that couples massage each other in that area?
One of the things I love to do when I do couples therapy or couples events is I literally teach the couples how to incorporate massage into their life. And it's not something like a lot of massage therapists or people won't like to teach that to couple because they're going to be like, oh, running out of the business. But the core here is to help the individuals to have a principle and a fundamental understanding of how to work with their body. Because if their sexual life is not great in the bed, it's because their body's tight. When a woman can achieve orgasm, it's her body's tight. It's not just about her body being tight because of physical labor or whatever, but also because her mindset, again, is somatic. The mind and the body are connected. So if you have limitations in your mind, you feel like you are not worthy, not good enough, that you're not pretty enough, especially women. We have a lot of issues in our belly, women, because we are heavy. We have, we gain 10 pounds or 20 pounds. We have stretch mark if we have kids. We have the saggy bag that we have when we deliver babies. We have so much going on in here. So much shit that we have in there that it's just fascinating that when we bring that love and that attention to our body, and when we do it for ourselves, it's great. But when we're doing in with our partners, we usually always hear that our partners, they love everything about us. They love our body, and we are the one that we literally put ourselves in the middle, right? We sabotage ourselves. So when we bring those kind of like practices in the relationship itself, it's just women learn how to touch the men learn how to touch the women in a very beautiful, divine way, which I call my divine touch practice. And also they've become very fully present. We can help them to learn. I teach them how to learn the energies of when the women getting feared, and you have to just touch an area that they may have some rejection and fear, and then we'll help them to address that heart to heart. So it's really important to educate our couples and our community that somatic work, working with the body, is so important, and it will be such critical, and also it will bring so much joy and happiness in your life when you know how to work with it.
I love this. I want you at my retreats. That's it.
Yes, we do it.
That's so cool. I love it. So what are the three principles of somatic, that just going into the art of conscious relating?
So we already touched one, which is the principle of purge and clearing your canvas for love. And the other one that now that we go working with the body, because I feel like the body is our core for infinity, is literally understanding the body. So that will be my second principle. It's like getting into the body, embodiment of yourself, like really getting to understand what your finger think, what your finger feels, what emotions you have going on in every single part of your body, what emotions are happening within you that your body is telling you, or maybe you're not aware of, but your body's telling you. Your body is like a whole big amplifier of what is actually happening within you. The body, illness happen in our body, in our physical body, because we have not paid attention to the energetic body, to the emotional body, to the mindset body, and to the spiritual body, and to the present, the past, and the future, and all the multidimensional part of ourselves. So when we get sick and we have pain and we have aches and then we have cancer or whatever, it's because one of our bodies has not been addressed, and the body is the amplifier, the big speaker that will tell us this is happening here right now. Pay attention. So every time that you have pain, just thank the universe that your body's telling you something. Just thank and be grateful for it, and just take big breath in. So when we're talking about tuning in with your body, embodiment, breath, like tantric principles, get back into your breathing. Breathe naturally and exhale as longer than you take that breath in.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah, just always go back in there, and then also make sound. Even in our intimate,
yeah.
We afraid to even make the sound whatever, and we shut ourselves then. And what I love to teach is that our vocal cords are connected to our sexual organs. And as you can tell, those nerves are also connected. So when we look at the anatomy of a body, our two major sexual nerves are also connected into a the pulmonary system, like they're connected into the what we call the rib cage. And when you make sound and when you move and when you just move your body, it's all connected. And when you make sound, different vowels and different consonants and different sounds activate different parts of yourself. And I would call mantras, and some people call it the mudras, with the mudras and mantras when people work on that level. But what I love to inspire people is to learn to make their own sound. What sounds right for you? What is authentic to you? Not what you just learn from other people and they tell you to do the om and like all the other mantras, but actually what is authentic to you. Because what is authentic to you is the medicine to you. What is authentic to you is activate you deeper. What is authentic to you in that sound? What is, some people could be like, first couple of months they want to scream it out because they have something to release, and sometimes they go into a hum, and sometimes they go into like a moan, like a sensual erotic and delicious sound. So when we incorporate breath, sound, and just even be funny and joyful and erotic, we have a lot of couples in here, right? So, it's like when you just even play juicy and fun with your partner, and you just like make sounds, and that the sensual talk and the whispering, it help you to connect with your body, and it helps you to connect with your sexuality. So that is the second element, I would say, the second principle that I like to work on is like getting in your body.
Love that. Yeah.
And once we have transcended or purged a lot, I would say a good percentage of like whatever baggage we have, and we learn to tap into a body. Now the power is, we learn now. The third principle would be more into, now we're learning more about who we are, because when we open our energy, we're connecting with source energy, we're connecting with our infinity. We getting our channels, right? Like, I don't know, some of your audience talk about channeling, like the channel the higher self, the channel the master, whatever you believe on. So you open your body. In a closed body, nothing can channel. Nothing will channel. And even if you channel something in a closed body, it's going to be a channel from a closed perspective. Remember that.
Yeah.
A channel that comes from a closed body is going to be a closed perspective. It's not an open, infinite, delicious perspective. It's going to be closed. So we want to have that open body to be able to tune in into our own inspiration, our own creativity, our own arousal, our own orgasmic bliss. And from that level, we recognize who we are now, because now we tune it into who we are. And from there, we also start feeling our body become the amplifier of our boundaries. When something feels good, our body tells us. When something feels not good, the body will be like, no, I don't want this. I don't want it. I hate it. And we got to listen to that. So that's what for me is the body is just a bliss. It's just a gift that we have.
Yes, it is such a gift. And I'm really tapping into all these things and really getting to my essence and feeling what it is and just opening up my own body right now. After I went through my academic rigorous process, which was not as fun as I'd like to have been. But there was lots of really great mind shift stuff, but there was a lot of things that were going on in the body for me throughout my academics, that once I graduated, I had to realign to myself and really get back to my own feminine nature and get back to singing. You were talking about what sounds you like to make, and how it's connected from your sexual being all the way up to your throat chakra. And, how much, that allows you to just be fully expressive during sexuality. And I find that when you show up in sexuality and life and sensuality with your partner or with yourself, that you're able to show up in life in a different way too. You're able to really tap into that source energy, into your own source energy, and then it sort of like reflects out into the world in a much different way than it does as if you're in a closed body. So I just love everything that you're doing. Thank you for your presence in this world and for making a difference and for talking about things like this in couples' lives, because couples need this. I needed it. I went through my own transformation. I'm sure you did also. I feel like we all have to go through our own transformations to be able to lead others and to be able to bring them to whatever sacred space they need to go to, whatever that looks like. Like I was saying earlier, I used to sing all the time when I was a kid. I used to sing, and I have a good voice and I loved it. And I stopped doing it because there was a lot of shame surrounding it, and a lot of not feeling good enough that was surrounding that conversation for me. And since I opened up that energetically, I find that I want to sing all the time, Lucia. I'm like wanting to sing. I'm like singing in my house, and I'm like thinking about getting a karaoke machine because I just want to play more. And I think that's really what it's about. It's about playing with yourself more, opening yourself up to play, whether it be singing, whether it be sensuality or sexuality with your partner, whether it be masturbation, whether it be massage, whether it be, getting up in front of 1,000 people and talking, like whatever it is for you, right? Whatever it is for you. I think that's what she's inviting you to do. She's inviting you to tap into whatever that is for you. Right, Lucia?
Yes, and one of the things I learned from one of a mentor of teaching singing mentor was that your voice is a sound. It's pretty much the first way that we communicate with people. So even when we baby, the first thing that we do is like, with the sound itself. We know what a child needs if we are mothers, right? Like we know. Even if you're not mother, you know what a child needs. Like when they're making the sound.
Exactly.
Sound is so important in our life, and I feel like you were mentioning, like also shame. I remember I love to sing, and I usually sometimes when I'm like that state, I sing with my clients. I make my songs, and sometimes my clients, even when I'm doing somatic work, they just feel like it's complete, like a session is complete for me when I start making my sound, when I bring that into place.
Yeah,
because also I was shut down when I married my ex-husband, who is a musician. He told me like, oh, your voice sucks. And that shut me down. I was like, oh my God, he's an expert.
I know.
And the voice mentor was like, screw him. He has no idea what singing is about, because you don't sing just with your vocal. You sing with your whole body. So a lot of times when we do singing, like we incorporate a lot of singing and sound, we invite people to sing from their toes. Sing from your toes. Like, what are you singing from your toes? Sing from your belly. If we want to address more of sexuality, sing from your vagina.
Yeah.
Sing from your penis. Sing from your ass. Sing from all the areas of your body that you never thought of.
That's so cool. I'm totally going to experiment with that.
Yes, it's fun.
It is fun.
It's really interesting, and it really brings you to a different level of understanding and connecting and communicating with your body, because your body will talk to you. And when you start listening to your body, the beauty of this work is that when you listen to your body and more in tune, you become more confident, but also you learn to listen to other people's body.
Yeah.
And when you're in a relationship, and when you're in a relationship and you are with your partner holding hands, you can read if your partner is afraid of something, your partner is holding something, holding back, if your partner does not want to communicate something, is afraid to tell you something. You can read because of the body, because you have learned so much in the mastery of your body. That's why, like, my partner was like, I cannot, like something, even my daughter, my partner, they're like, we cannot hide from Lucia, because they cannot lie, they cannot hide anything, they cannot suppress, because I tap into their body and I'm like, something's going on here. What is actually happening?
I know. It sounds like you're married to my husband too, because that's exactly how I am as well. It's so funny. We always get into that space where when you start to tap into that energy and you know what's going on in the body and in the mind, and you're just in that space for yourself, you know when someone's blocking.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming on today, dear.
You're very welcome. A pleasure.
Yes, it's awesome. I love everything. I love how you brought the chart out and you charted the nerves and everything for people. I thought that was spectacular. And for those of you guys that are listening and you absolutely want to hang out with her more, you can go to luciagabriela.com, and I'm going to have everything in the show notes for you, any new links, any giveaways, anything that she's going to be doing. It's going to be in the show notes. So make sure to check out the show notes. And Lucia, it's been an honor to have you on here today and to tap in and drop into your heart space. And I can tell that you're very passionate about what you do. So
thank you. Appreciate you so much.
Super amazing. So guys, make sure to check out www.relationshiprevolutionaries.com. And take a look at the top 3 relationship killers and how to prevent them. We also have our new online couples communication and intimacy e-course program that I just launched, and I'd love to have you guys come on and be a part of the program. Just like with Lucia's work, it's important to also know how to communicate and really get into those micro skills in your relationship. And I do, it's a 4-chapter program, so it's pretty extensive, and we'd love to have you come check it out. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.